I prefer a float. I don't want to be in a basket, start out slow. It might be good, better control of everything, inflation, GDP, everything, but I'm from America, we want a New York nanosecond right now. I'd rather just go over to the float, start at $3.22 and let it go, and then cap it. Iraq launches new banknotes with innovative security signs for the visually impaired. It seems like its new currency. I don't have any currencies, but you can feel bumps. Quote, the public will have enough time to adapt to these new banknotes. The central bank confirmed the new banknotes will be traded along with the old ones, and there will be no intention to withdraw old banknotes from circulation. Remember, they've already withdrawn a lot of notes out of the system. They were actually destroying perfectly good money. Iraq issues new banknotes with innovative security features for the visually impaired. Quote, the Central Bank of Iraq confirmed that the new banknotes will be circulated alongside the old ones, and there will be no intention to withdraw the old banknotes from circulation. Among those is an Iraqi cleric. List of personalities attending Trump's inauguration. There is so much support for Trump in Iraq. Economic expert Nabil Jabbar al-Tamimi is saying they are ready for Forex after implementing all these banking and financial reforms. The white paper reforms have been successful. It is time to move to the next stage, which is... Well, folks, financial and banking researcher Mustafa Hantush just pointed out to us what the next stage should be. Yes, I mean Forex. I do not see the Trump-era administration not seeing the necessity for going to Forex with all the progress of the reforms to move to the next stage. I am sure the US Treasury will agree. I am told by my CBI contact that they are giving Iraq a thumbs up to move ahead. Question: will there be more than one rate at the bank? Will there be a special rate? No. The exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar will only have one exchange rate. I personally believe Parliament doesn't have any control over the exchange rate of the Iraqi currency. They do need to be a little bit on board. I think al-Sudani is giving olive branches to these people, especially those that seem to be bucking the system and trying to create constant problems. What we are hoping to see through this week, they come out and give us some type of news, saying that sometime in the near future they're going to tentatively set a date to send and approve the budget schedules to Parliament. That's what we want to see. We want to see them schedule a time period to where they'll be ready to send the budget schedules to Parliament for approval and reveal some kind of time frame or a date for that. That's the next critical piece we're looking for. The rate needs to change before approval is going to happen. Everything is moving in the right direction. We're very, very close to this. Iraq chairs the first meeting of the Group of 77 and China at the United Nations. Okay guys, it's definitely coming as things are in motion. Please make sure you have everything ready when we receive the green light. There is an air of uncertainty surrounding Syria, Iran, and Iraq. Syria is going through a rebuilding period. What we don't yet fully understand is the role Iraq and the US will play in Syria's adjustments. The 10 most powerful currencies in the world. Arab countries top the list. Quote, the Bankrate website, list of the strongest currencies in the world. 1 Kuwaiti dinar, traders getting 0.31 Kuwaiti dinars for every US dollar. 2 Bahraini dinar. 0.38 Bahraini dinars for every US dollar. 3 Omani Riyal. 0.39. 4 Jordanian dinar. 0.71. 5 British pound. 0.82. 6 Gibraltar pound. 0.82. 7 Cayman Islands dollar. 0.83. 8 Swiss franc. 0.92. 9 euro. 0.98. 10 US dollar. While the Kuwaiti dinar is the strongest currency, the Swiss franc is considered one of the most stable currencies thanks to Switzerland's political neutrality, low debt-to-GDP ratio, and conservative monetary policy. The more you bring to the table, the better negotiating position you're in. Take two people. Ask for whoever is in charge. Don't talk to anybody else, not a teller, not a customer service representative. I would set up a meeting and say, this is why I'm coming in, this is what I'd like to talk about, when can we get together? Keep it simple. Know the value going in. The only thing you want to do is determine what is going to be their exchange fee and can you negotiate it. I recommend that folks check out 2 or 3 different banks, it's going to become very, very competitive. The Dutch Clingendael Institute, which specializes in international affairs, highlighted the pillars of China's soft power in Iraq, pointing out its limitations in terms of ties with the Kurdistan region. The report, translated by Shafak News Agency, addressed the goals of Chinese influence, which focuses on securing energy sources of oil and gas, an equation that contributes to the stability of political and social authority and its elites in Iraq. The Dutch Institute's report suggested that Chinese influence would remain at this level, given Beijing's lack of security and military presence in the country, despite the competition it shows towards the American presence. Chinese presence. He stated that the main goal of China's involvement in Iraq is to ensure a safe flow of oil and diversify Beijing's imports without making it dependent on Baghdad, noting that there is a possibility of increasing the current 10% of Chinese oil imports that originate from Iraq. The report explains that an estimated half to 2/3 of Iraq's oil production actually comes from fields and wells in which Chinese companies participate as investment, production, or operational services providers. He saw that China dominates this economic sector, although it is possible to replace Beijing as a buyer of Iraqi oil due to the short-term and global nature of the oil trade. The report pointed out that the political elites in Iraq will increasingly need Chinese investments to maintain current levels of production, which generate revenues on which the political settlement and social stability in Iraq depend. Contrary to what some believe, there does not appear to be a broader geopolitical agenda behind China's presence in Iraqi oil, nor does the shift in Iraqi oil exports to China come at the expense of the United States, according to the Dutch report. China maintains fairly strong diplomatic relations with Iraq in parallel with its important economic relations, but from a security perspective, the relations are marginal, according to the Dutch Institute. Welcome frame. However, the report said, China is working to establish security and diplomatic platforms, particularly through the Global Security Initiative, GSI, and the China Arab States Cooperation Forum, CASCF, through which China can develop its diplomatic and security capabilities in the medium term. At the same time, China seeks to expand its soft power among Iraqi elites and populations through Belt and Road Initiative projects, financing, and other economic deals, in addition to its anti-US rhetoric and public outreach diplomacy. The report found that the main ruling elites in Iraq, in the coordination framework, generally view China as a welcome partner while these elites benefit from the economic prosperity achieved thanks to